Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix playthrough. It is time for the secret episode, which begins with Hidden Truths.
It gives me control. Muscle and sinew that once obeyed you now rebels against you. How you can remain here at all confounds the mind.
It's still my heart. You think you can just come in and take over? I'm not gonna sit by and let that happen.
Don't even entertain any notions of escaping me, boy. In the end, your heart will be engulfed by mine forever.
Wrong. You're gonna get shown the door, old man.
As I recall your own darkness, how then will you triumph over mine?
You'll find out soon enough.
Oh, so that's how it is it? Someone else has set foot in your heart. Ericus, you sly fox.
I'm not afraid of what the darkness holds now. Even if you do wrest control of my heart from me. Even if you cast me into the deepest, darkest abyss. You'll never sway me from the one cause that pushes me to keep on fighting. Whatever the cost, I'm ready to pay it.
Brave words, to be sure. But I'm a patient man. We can take as much time as we need to settle this little property dispute. However, know this. You are just one of many roads that I might choose to take. Trust me, I made certain of that.
Image of their backs, preserved in memory.
Hey, Mr. Master. Oh, come on, you don't even know your pal? Please tell me the amnesia was just a sick joke. Boy, this is some cliche. Hey, you're not Terra. Just gotta check. As if. Well, don't sweat it. I got your back.
Two who were never meant to meet.
Who are you?
Why, hello. It's not often I get visitors.
Please, call me Aqua. Why are you sitting here all alone in the realm of darkness? How did you end up here?
Well, I can tell you this is my second time on these shores. But unfortunately, much like the first, I do not remember who I am or whence I came. Everything was washed away in whatever currents carried me here.
That's too bad. I know I've been here a long time, wandering through the endless hours, unable to escape.
You wish to return to your own world?
It's my friends. I promised I'd be there for them,
your friends. Somewhere in the scraps of memory I have left, you remind me of a boy I once knew. He is very much like you. True to his friends and kind, this boy travels to many worlds and fights to keep the light safe.
Keep the light safe? I've been away too long. Did something happen out there? Are the worlds in danger?
Sad to say, they nearly fell to darkness more than once. But at every turn, that boy arrived with keyblade in hand to save the day.
Huh? Wait a sec. Is his name Terra or Ven?
Neither of those, I'm afraid.
Should have known.
How long has it been since I met him? At least a year now, perhaps more. Back then, my heart was clouded with vengeance. I did terrible things, both to him and his friends. I brought unhappiness to more lives than one. I felt something must be done. Was that why? A means of clearing my conscience, or perhaps out of a sort of scholarly instinct? While the boy slept his long sleep, I hid the results of my research inside him, transplanting the data to where it might best serve a purpose. In fact, I would like to believe maybe he can set things right. A boy like him who touches so many hearts, he could open the right door and save all those people whose lives I managed to ruin. So many are still waiting for their new beginning, their birth by sleep. Even me, and even you.
What's this boy's name?
His name is...
All the pieces lie where they fell.
Sora. Sora.
Sora.
where they wait for him.
Sora.
Riku!
Your mind's made up?
Yeah.
Sora.
Kairi! It's just, they really need me. I have to go. I am who I am. Because of them.
See you soon.
Reconnect Kingdom Hearts. And that is the end of Blank Points. It's a really powerful secret ending, I feel. I like that they included it at the start of the secret episode, because in the original game that just wasn't there. You had to go into the theatre to be able to view it, which was a bit of a pain. But hey, these things happen. And now it is time to begin the secret episode proper.
As long as you're with me, I'll always find my way back. Always. What? What is going on?
So yes, we get to play as Aqua in the Realm of Darkness. This is something that was unique and exclusive to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. It wasn't in the original release, was only introduced to Final Mix, and what I do really like, because obviously Final Mix initially never made it over to the West, because they never do, but when they came to do the collection, they actually got Willa Holland back to voice all of the brand new cutscenes that are included in the secret episode, which is amazing, and I love that they did that, because, like, seriously, it'd just be ridiculous not to. And just in general, this is a really fun extra secret episode, because this is the first time that you have ever fought Heartless in Birth by Sleep, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, since they are pretty much the key enemies for the entirety of the franchise. But just in general, it's a really interesting area to explore, because this is also the first time that we've ever gotten to explore the realm of darkness in any capacity in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, which is insane when you think about it, and I think that's amazing. It's maybe not the most exciting of bits of the game, but it does do one thing that the rest of Birth by Sleep didn't do very well, and that it has quite large, sprawling areas that you can explore, which are quite fascinating. Now, these things I got a little bit confused as to how I deal with it. Effectively, what the game I think wants you to do is to jump on top of them and barrier, and then it'll shoot you up top. And that's pretty much how you sort that one out, I think, anyway. This is one of those things, this was all brand new to me when I first played it, so it was just like, I actually have no idea what I am doing. Oh no, I just needed to double flight off of it. So yeah, it was very new and exciting for that. Just be able to experience this brand new bit of content that I would never really properly experience before. And annoyingly, it is only here as a teaser for a game that would technically never come out, until it actually did, as a short little mini-game, which was 0.2 Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage, which is actually a really fun prologue, shall we say, into Kingdom Hearts 3. And I'm pretty sure that we will probably decide to go into it at some point. We shall see. But you know, since I'm in this full-on exclusive bits of Final Mix, it probably makes sense to actually discuss some of the additions that were made that were specific to Final Mix. Some of them were introduced in the international releases of the game, but several are definitely unique to Final Mix. So you've got the addition of Critical Mode, you've got the change of the colour schemes. Originally all the flood, the reversed flood, were blue, but they're purple in this version. I believe that the sticker album was added for the international release, it was added back in Final Mix. Rhythm Mixer command style was added, which I think was also in the original, but maybe not in Final Mix, I can't remember. They added in new commands: Unison Rush, Voltage Stack, and Illusion. With all the illusion commands coming from the battle missions, the inversed missions, which are definitely unique to Final Mix. Characters in certain cutscenes, including the ones in Destiny Islands, were given better quality facial animations than they initially had. Schoolboard added as a command board, I believe that was in the international release. Pete added as a D-Link. I'm not sure whether that one is Final Mix exclusive or not, but either way, that's quite a fun one that was added. Castle Circuit track added to Rumble Racing. Destiny Island song added to Ice Cream Beat. And then definitely in Final Mix, you had obviously the secret episode, and then 3 brand new Mirage Arena boss battles, which are Mentor of the Light, Monster of the Deep, and Foresight Unto Darkness. which are, well, 2 of which are terrifyingly difficult, the others less so. Well, the other less so. Monster of the Deep's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. And I will definitely be showing that one off in the extras, but I will not be showing off Mentor of Light or Foresight into Darkness, because it's really hard. Really bad at kind of the excellent high-level Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep play. But yes, as you progress through the Realm of Darkness, you're basically just doing a lot of fighting, which is nice, because obviously the combat has always been one of the most fun bits about Birth by Sleep. But it is really cool to have such a wide, branching area to explore, because, yeah, obviously, as I said at the beginning of this secret episode, this is the first time that really, well, it's the only time Birth by Sleep ever opens up in any fashion. Which, you know, means that it does feel different and exciting in that sense. Although obviously it doesn't help that just the depressing nature of the music throughout this entire area, it can make it, and also, you know, the fact that it's all just completely black and dark and depressing and oppressive. It's maybe not the most exciting of things that it could have been, but I still quite enjoy it, so I can't be too mad. And also we get a boss battle at the end of it, so it all works out. And also I'm just happy to get to play more Birth by Sleep, so... But yeah, briefly going back to Black Points, Blank Points, the secret ending that was in the original. I think it's a really good secret ending. It's I believe, one of the first secret endings, if not the first secret ending in the franchise to use in-game graphics. Because obviously, original Kingdom Hearts CGI, Kingdom Hearts 2 CGI. I don't think Chain of Memories had a secret ending. Don't think 358 over 2 Days had a secret ending. And ultimately, Birth by Sleep kind of set the precedent then, because all of the secret endings that followed it are all in in-game graphics. Which part of me is just like, it's a bit disappointing, but then also the other part of me is just like, well, it does take a lot of money and effort to create those cutscenes, so I'm not overly fussed, especially considering as the games progress, just, well, the in-game graphics look pretty great anyway. Probably was not necessarily quite so hype is that most of the secret endings from this point onwards aren't very action-oriented, because they're mostly characters talking and all that jazz, so there's not necessarily the need to go into the more spectacular stuff that you could have had. But there we go, these things happen. But yeah, with Blank Points, well, I'd managed to hold it together, and then it got to Aqua's conversation with Ansem the Wise, and just all of the key characters throughout the series just saying Sora's name, and with Dearly Beloved playing in the background, it really, really just made me cry. Like, I think it's because as time has gone on, and because I played Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2 when I was younger, they filled that place in my heart that is reserved for, you know, only the best of nostalgia. And, you know, since both of those had made me cry at the endings, because they were bittersweet and they were like really happy as well, and I just felt such an emotional connection to them that then followed through with the rest of the franchise. And so seeing all of those characters that I knew and loved, and just all the pieces together in one place, all with the hope that Sora will be the one to save the day. It was just a really powerful moment for me when that took place, and I think that was sort of what attributed, well, what made me feel so emotionally connected in that sort of final moment, because it really touched me. And I love that Kingdom Hearts as a series can do that to me, because, well, I mean, I'm a bit of a wuss these days anyway. Like, you give me any sad film, I'm probably gonna cry at it, unless, you know, I'm a heartless monster at that moment in time. Which, it can happen. Like, I'm completely unfazed by horror movies now. Like, just, no, I'll happily watch them. Used to not go anywhere near them, but now, yeah, just watch them. It's a bit gross sometimes, but nothing too horrendous. But yeah, go for my heartstrings, and if you've not, you know, well, if you've done it right, i.e. you're not trying too hard to make me cry, then I probably will. 'Cause, yeah, it's just very easy to get emotional about things when they occur. And games have gotten very good at pushing my emotional buttons as of late. And by as of late, I mean like last 5-10 years. But yeah, we are pretty much right at the end of where the secret episode will end. There's still a lot of gameplay to go. By a lot of gameplay, I mean like another 10 minutes. But all you've really got to do at this moment is break the barrier that is before you by destroying all of these sort of darkness portal things that are littering the area. And then I believe once you've taken down another sort of like a little arena fight, you then go into the boss of this secret episode, which is quite fun. So I mean, it's definitely not long, but I wouldn't want it to be long, because that would sort of defeat the whole point of it being a secret episode. It's about the same length as the final episode, and I am totally okay with that. Because when you get to sort of this point in the game, you don't want it to drag on for no good reason. You're just like, you know what, I just want you to... You're wrapped up now, let me just kind of fully finish off wrapping up the story, and then I can move on to my next thing. So I'm glad that the secret episode doesn't outstay its welcome, because it very much had the possibility of doing so. But because obviously they didn't, I then do like that they did eventually create 0.2 a fragmentary passage, because it's an area that I think deserved exploring more, and obviously when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3 it will definitely get explored some more. But it was nice to have sort of another small little thing to go through this area, because it's a very fascinating place to be, the Realm of Darkness, because obviously we haven't seen all that much of it throughout the franchise. We've heard of it a lot, but not actually been there all that much. And I'm loving that Teleport Spike is putting in the work. You can see this is where it comes into its own, and it's why I absolutely love it. And also I think this is probably the most number of enemies that we've had to face at once during Birth by Sleep, which also makes it certainly more challenging in terms of its basic gameplay style, and also, you know, like, the shadows are actually being somewhat deadly, which is always a surprise on that. Normally you'd just be worrying about the Neo shadows, but it's actually them mixed up with the shadows, and it's because there's so many of them that it is actually not that easy of a challenge to face down. So I mean, yeah, this is a pretty amazing arena fight, all things considered. I know it's only facing down shadows and Neo shadows and stuff, but Birth by Sleep, this is impressive stuff. And with that, the barrier is broken, and we can technically head on to the final stretch of the secret episode and face down that boss fight. But before we actually do that, I want to make sure that I've gotten all of my treasure chests, because I don't think I do. And I am correct, because what you need to do in order to get that final chest is, or might be final 2 chests actually, is drop down from that area into here. You may be wondering how to get up to this platform earlier on. This is how. You've got to drop down from the final area and then work your way back up, and oh, it gives us a Transcendence, which I've already melded, so it's a little bit pointless in the end. But hey, it's fine. I wanted to make sure I got all my chests, so I can live with that. And now it's just a case of running all the way back up to where we were and taking on the boss of the secret episode. I mean, I have to say, one of the other things I do like about this is that, obviously, this is the first secret ending, effectively, that we've gotten to play, which is also just really awesome. I don't think it'll ever happen again. I don't think it necessarily should happen again, but that doesn't make it any less awesome. Now, just make sure you do not fall off before you have gotten to the end of this. Good. Now, definitely make sure to save, because, you know, end of the game coming. There we go. All of the treasure chests sorted. I think that's alright by me. I mean, I probably would like to have been maybe level 45 before I took this on. Not that I need to be, but, you know, nice round totals. Just makes me feel a little bit more satisfied, but here we go.
This monster, this is no unverse. Just a dweller of darkness.
So this right here is Red Eyes. I'm not sure whether that's his official name or whether that's the name that just everyone's given him, but we're going with Red Eyes because he's got red glowy eyes. The main gist of this is that you want to block and counterblast when he goes into his chargey mode, because then he'll come in for the kill. Once you've taken off some of his health, he will then come out into the light, and he looks very much like the boss fight in Beast Castle Kingdom Hearts 2. He's got the same sort of look to him, and he is very aggressive. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is the best boss fight the game has, because the arena is very small, the enemies are really big, and the camera is pretty not great. But I do appreciate this fight a lot, because it is very frenetic, and it is really fun to have a brand new Heartless that we've never seen before to take down. And I really do not have the movesets to really be taking this guy on effectively, but we're still going to make do, because that's just how I roll. And once even more of his health's taken off, we go into the third phase, where I'm not quite sure what he did there, but I think it's just he changes his moveset up. You sort of don't really want to get trapped in this circle if you can help it. If you do, it's just a case of you just want to keep dodging the hell out of everything. So yeah, annoyingly, you can't get out of this, but just dodging the way around is sort of your way to go. But he is nearly defeated. And you know what? We're just going to kill him with a shot lock. Take that!
Oh, could it be?
Fragmentary passage. Birth by Sleep Volume 2, which would never actually happen, but hey, them's the breaks. That is the end of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me next time when we begin the extras. See you guys then.